Hi lovelies, it's Karen and I've got a review for you. I thought this was going to be a rave review, to be honest. Now it's not. It doesn't work for me. I don't like it. But I also need to tell you that a lot of that is my fault because I didn't read everything about the product. So it's this, the Bleach London hair dye in Eyeshadow Red. This is the second bottle. I thought I would need 2 bottles for the length of my hair, but I only used 1. I put it on yesterday. So you can see that it hasn't worked at all. But I thought I'm going to do the review anyway, because then maybe other people will realise or learn from my mistakes. And also I can still give you the kind of details about it, the price, etc. So the price of it is £5, so £5 for 1 bottle. I was very surprised that I only needed 1 bottle because my hair is very long. If you've seen me in my other videos, it's down to here, it's very thick, very dense, and normally I need more than 1 packet of dye, but I did only need 1 bottle, so that was good. There's 150ml in here, so that point of it was good. £5, great price. The colour range for these, there's about 12 colours. There's different types of purple, different types of orange and peach and blue and pink and all the pastel colours you can think of, really bright colours. So it's got a great range of colours if you're looking for something different. How to use, you wash your hair and towel dry it. So I do that anyway. I wash my hair over the bath, towel dry it, and then I normally put conditioner on and just walk around with conditioner for a couple of hours. So instead of that, you put on rubber gloves, which don't come with it. You literally just get this with it. Put rubber gloves on, put it in your hair, leave it on for 15 minutes. I put a timer on and then rinse it out. Something to note is I'm a real messy person when I do my hair dye, and I think I've come to the decision I'll never do it at home again, although I have been in that position before and given in just because it's so expensive to have it done at the hairdressers. But normally I can just wipe down everything. This has stained my sink, it has stained my wall, so I've painted over the wall. Thankfully I always keep a little bit of paint for the rooms that I've painted, so I've painted over it. I haven't checked, actually I need to check if it's covered it completely. But it's stained the sink. I haven't yet got it out of the sink. I think that's happened with other dyes and I need to figure out how to get it out. There is something I can use to get it off and I can't remember what it is. It hasn't stained the bath, strangely. It came right off the bath. Anyway, I thought that was something worth noting. It says that it stays in for 2 to 10 washes. You can see that it hasn't worked and I'll tell you why in a moment, but let me just tell you what I thought about it as I was putting it on. I've said stained the sink and wall. You can, if you want to buy a little trial set, by the way, it's just on my notes here, this is what I'm telling you. There's a peach, pink and violet set for £7 where you get, I think, half of this, or maybe it'll be 50ml. It's just a tiny little set. That would be really interesting, I think, because for somebody that can use it, you could put like little bits at the end of your hair. You could have multicoloured hair. I think that would be a really nice present for somebody that's into that kind of crazy hair colours. I think that would be really nice. That's in Boots, a little trial set for £7. It smells awful to me. It smells like shoe polish, really strong. You know, that black wax shoe polish that you use. That's what this smells like. So I did not like that at all. I was spraying perfume on my hair last night. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to scrub it today. I just really didn't like the smell and it was still there after I'd washed my hair. My husband could smell it as well. So I can't wait to wash my hair today and get rid of that smell. The other thing to show you is it has actually stained my head. You can see that it hasn't done anything on my hair. So let me tell you why it hasn't worked and what the issue is with it. If you just read the front, it says it's a non-permanent hair colour, cream, fades within 2 to 10 washes. So I just assumed it was, a colourant like any other, a wash in, wash out colour. When I saw that there was absolutely no change to my hair colour at all, I went and had a look on the Boots website, and also on the back of here it does say non-permanent hair colour, as it says on the front, fades in 2 to 10 washes, depending on colour intensity, recommended for use on bleached or light blonde hair. So that's the bit that I had missed, and I am slightly annoyed that it doesn't say it on the front. I feel like it should be better advertised because it's clearly advertised like this. You have to read the fine print. But then again, the other half of me is like, well, it's my responsibility. I do believe in personal responsibility and it's up to me to have read the full thing before using it. And it's obviously not going to work on my hair because my hair's not blonde and it's not bleached. It's not even dyed. This is my natural hair colour, so I'm not going to get a result from it. It has, like I said though, it stained my head. Kev was looking and saying, wow, you've got a red head. So can you see it? My head is actually bright red, so I'm really hoping that that washes out when I shampoo it later on. I think that's all I've got to tell you about it. I know it's a very quick review, but obviously there's nothing more to tell you because it didn't work on me. I was going to leave. I was going to do the review today, then I was going to do the review, you know, after a couple of washes, and then when it completely washed out, just to give the full rounded picture. But obviously, as there's no colour result, I won't be able to tell you that. I'm going to scrub my head today to try and get the red out. It's kind of put me off dyeing my hair red again. I've got one packet of the dye that I used last year, which was the Pillar Box red colour. I loved that colour and I loved the result, but it's a semi-permanent colour. You used to be able to buy these mousses that you put in that gave a really gorgeous colour, not as bright as the Pillar Box red, but they washed out at least. But that semi-permanent one, I loved the colour, but then as soon as I washed my hair, I have done a review on that, as soon as I washed my hair it went to kind of 50% intensity, which I didn't love as much, and then it took months to come out of my hair, and I wanted my hair to go back as quickly as possible to my natural colour. I either want to have dyed hair kind of crazy bright for a temporary period, and then I want to be able to wash it out of my hair, which I know is not what most people want, because most people are dyeing their hair and they want it to stay in as long as possible, but for me it's a kind of temporary change, you know. So I might have a look on the web and see if there's any more wash in, wash out ones. Like I said, I used to get these tiny little mousses that you used, but they don't seem to be out anymore. In fact, there doesn't seem to be any temporary wash in, wash out colours other than this that you need to use on bleached and blonde hair. So I think you might not see me with red hair over Christmas. I would have it done at the hairdressers again, but I suspect now I'm possibly too late to organise an appointment for, I haven't got any time between now and Christmas other than perhaps the Christmas holidays. And again, when I had it done at the hairdressers, which was not last Christmas but the Christmas before I did it at the hairdressers, it was a vegetable dye and it wasn't the colour I liked. I like this kind of colour, kind of a vibrant sort of reddy orange, Pillar Box red, and the one that I got at the hairdressers was more a kind of wine colour. And that didn't suit my complexion as much as that bright, you know, bright sort of red, poppy red type colour. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. And the other thing was that colour also lasted a long time. And she told me it was a wash in, wash out. But when I went back to the hairdressers and I said to her, this is still not coming out, it's still colours coming out months later, she said it's because I've got good conditioned hair, bizarrely. It will take the colour better or something like that. So, I don't know. So anyway, that's nothing to do with this. It was just to let you know that I know a few of you know that I dye my hair red every Christmas. I have tried, it has failed, and it's kind of put me off and I'm not really sure what to do next. So if anybody's got any recommendations for wash in, wash out colours, feel free to let me know and I will investigate. But I'll need to buy some more paint. So thank you very much for watching today. Feel free to ask me any questions if you like, if there's anything I've missed, and I'll see you again soon.